how to draw this adorable little boy swimmer? If so, you are going to need a couple items like paper to draw on, something to make your doodle with, something to erase any mistakes that you might make, and a marker to outline your doodle when you're done. And don't forget the crayons, the markers, the colored pencils, or the paint to add some awesome color to this doodle. Grab all those supplies and let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started on our little swimmer. So I am so happy that it is almost summertime and school's almost out, but I really hope that the pools will actually be open because we don't really know if we'll be allowed to go out and swim, but I hope so because it's definitely something my son and I love to do. So I'm going to start my little boy here with the goggles that are going to be up on the top of his head. And they are kind of big, oversized goggles. And they kind of are going to look a little bit like maybe a bubble letter B, but with a big gap there in the middle. So if I turn it to the side, it's kind of got kind of like a B shape or a phone, or it looks a little bit like the virtual reality things that you would wear. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to double up that line. So I'm just going to copy what I just drew, but on the inside. And if you buy goggles or have goggles like this, they are usually a thick plastic around the outside with a color. And then inside would be that kind of clear see-through part. So after I do that, I'm going to make my little character a boy because I have a son. But you can make it a girl. We just want the hair to kind of look like it's a little disheveled from swimming and from the goggles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and curve around and up with that U-ish kind of shape that I make for the face. I'm going to go ahead and add in ears. And whether you do a boy or girl, you can throw in the 2 ears. And I want this to be his whole face. So I'm going to go in and actually draw in his eyes. Give him a couple of the little shine marks. Do another eye over here. And give him a little smile down there. Now I can go in and I can add all of his hair. So if you want to make yours a girl, go ahead and add in longer hair. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of add in just these little choppy kind of zigzag pieces that are just going to kind of come in different spots. So that way it kind of looks, I want his goggles to look like they're at the top of his head, but I also want his hair to look like it's kind of squished out from the goggles. So I'm going to even come up on the sides here, and I'm leaving a gap because that's kind of where I want the little band to be that would kind of hold it to his head. So I'm going to leave a gap on both sides. And then I'm going to continue even up above. My son's hair is really shaggy right now. He doesn't want it cut. So I kind of want his hair to just be all over up there. And I'm not going to color this so it's see-through. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of put a couple little lines on it. That way we can see that maybe it's like a glass material, but we don't have to worry about seeing through it. So I could actually color that like a blue or a grayish color. So I'm going to go down by his neck here with 2 skinny lines. And then I'm going to come over and down. So that's kind of his shoulder. And then this one's going to kind of curve and go out. And he is a really skinny kid, my son. So what I'm going to do is I want to make this kind of look like a really skinny little boy or girl. If you're going to make it a girl, you definitely want to put, maybe you can connect right here with some straps and make a V shape or a U shape right here by the neck and straps, and you can make the whole outfit a swimsuit. So I'm going to go ahead and curve in right there, and I'm going to curve out on the other side. And these are going to be those big water wings. My son's 7, so he doesn't really wear water wings anymore, but he also isn't a strong swimmer yet. And on the other side, I'm just going to kind of curve down and out, curve in, and this one's going to actually come in a little bit. So you're going to actually see kind of the back part of the wing here. Add a little bit of his arm there. Look at how cute he is so far. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in his swim trunks. So I'm going to do a curved line, and I'm going to come in a little bit at the waist here. So we're kind of going in. I don't want to go in too far, but I do want to kind of curve in because I want this to kind of be the band that would tie. Then I'm going to come down on both sides. On my right side, I'm going to come down a little further. And this is why. So for my boy here, he's got on his swim trunks, but this leg is going to be back a little bit. So I want this one leg down a little bit further because this is the leg that's closest to us, that's kind of coming out towards us. So this arm, I'm just going to kind of curve right around his back, and this arm is going to come down. So we're going to go ahead and come out with 2 lines here, and they're going close together. And then I'm going to do just a squiggle here for a thumb. Go down a little bit. Around here for a finger and back. So what we've kind of created here, it almost looks like a game controller, but then we're going to go in and do one more finger so we are actually seeing his other fingers on his hand. Now I'm going to come down with his legs. I'm going to come down here with a couple skinny lines. I want them to kind of be close together. These are going to be a little further apart towards the top because his legs turned a little differently. They don't look all that different, but they're drawn slightly different. Okay, and then I'm going to curve on both of them. And that's because he is wearing his little water shoes. So now I'm going to go in here, kind of a wiggle in and a wiggle out. And now I'm going to come straight out for that flipper. And I am just going to curve the top of my flipper. If you want to be really detailed and do like the little bumps, that's fine, but I'm going to just curve it. And then I'm going to do 2 lines and a shorter line in the middle just to kind of show the ripples of the little flipper. Now I'm going to come over here and do his other flipper. So we're going to go back up, down and around, kind of like a maybe a really loose 3. And same thing over here. And then I'm going to come out. This one's going to kind of come across. And then I kind of want to come down at an angle here. And it does look a little different. You can probably only squeak in maybe a couple lines there. And this guy is going to be standing on something maybe like he's ready to jump into the pool. So our pool, we live in a community with a pool, and our pool has just kind of like a nice cement ledge that the kids can kind of jump off and into the water. So we're going to just make like a little block here. If you are a swimmer, like a school swimmer, or you're just used to swimming a lot, maybe you do it competition, go ahead and put a number on that. I used to swim, and there would be a number on the, can't even remember what those are called, the little start block there. Okay, now I'm going to take my smaller Sharpie here because he is having just a ton of fun, and I want him to just kind of have little drips of water coming off of his floaties, off of his hair. I just want a couple little drips. I don't want to go crazy with drips. I just want enough to kind of give him just that cute little dripping wet kind of look. Maybe I can do another one coming down from right there. Look at how cute he is. Ah, I can't wait to color him. I am going to grab my crayons and color in this adorable little doodle. I cannot wait to see how yours turn out. So grab your supplies and let's color. Look at how cute our little boy swimmer turned out. I had so much fun doodling him with you today. I hope you had fun doodling with me. If so, please like, subscribe, and share the video, and come back next time for more fun doodles. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.